Right. So it takes a little while to get going. I guess you can't see what I can see, which is a screen saying setting up your webinar for YouTube Live. And there it is. Hold on, let me mute that. I don't want audio coming out of two places at once. So I'm going to message on the group. So oops.
Says it's recording.
Yes, I started it recording from the beginning. That's probably what we'd want to do on the day. I just want to make sure that works. So that's one to take off. So I'm now streaming to YouTube. I posted it in the group. So if you do look at the YouTube thing, you might want to mute one or the other. We've lost Joan.
I don't think her internet connection was massively stable because she kept on freezing. So
Yes, yeah, I think she went to the garden. That might be a problem.
oh, she's back again.
Yeah. Audio.
Okay, this is cool. I'm watching you on YouTube and on the TV at the same, on the computer at the same time.
Okay,
quite enjoying that.
It will be delayed by about 20 seconds. So it's going to look a bit weird.
Can't seem to find you on YouTube. Do people know where the link is?
It's on the Autistic Pride Alliance group.
Okay.
The Autistic Pride Alliance. If you click the picture of me, it should go to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I got it now. Thanks.
Right, so that's YouTube. Oh, I killed it. That was silly of me. I want to watch that. I can see Joseph on it now. So, so that's YouTube. The other one is Facebook itself. So what I should be able to do is stream it directly into the group. Ooh, that's a good point. I can't. YouTube.
Oh yeah, got it now.
I can't do both. Right. So that's YouTube. I can either stream to Facebook or YouTube.
But not both at the same time.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I thought you could, because the only option I've got there is stop live stream. So I think that's okay. The other one is Facebook. You know, I posted the link to YouTube. We can always try Facebook later. Probably on the day we would rather use
Sorry, we would rather use
YouTube than Facebook. Because Facebook is, if it goes to the group, most people outside the group won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so not either stream to Facebook or YouTube. Right, so we're recording. So I've briefly introduced myself. I'm Ian Cotton. I'm kind of running this technical part, and I have some background. I'm a software developer, and I did work in video conferencing. So I'm just going to do a round of introductions, if you can. Let's start with Joseph, since you're on my screen.
My name is Joseph Redford. I organised the Autistic Pride in Hyde Park. I've done so since 2015. Have no clue at all about how video conferencing works. So, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I think I got your name wrong, Joseph.
Yeah. But funny enough, that's my sister's married name, but you didn't know that. So.
Sorry, hello.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, so Rachel is.
Hello.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to join in. I could see you all, but it wasn't letting me join in.
I couldn't see you in the conference at all.
I was signed in and everything.
Bizarre.
And I've used these things lots of times, so I don't know what was happening.
Oh, you might have just been in as a watcher.
I think it might have been to do with you.
When I sent you the link, it should have sent you. Okay.
No, I think you sent me the wrong link.
No, I did invite you to this particular conference, so I don't know where the email went.
No, I joined in using that email. So anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And it didn't go to the junk email or anything, no?
No, because I joined using the link that I was
sent.
but
the original email might have got the junk.
Oh, I see.
So have a look
give that,
later.
yeah, I'll sort that out later. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Marion, I think it looks like Jones dropped off again.
So by default.
Do you want to say a few words?
I feel really special now. Yeah, I'm Marion McLaughlin. I founded and I organise Autistic Pride up in Aberdeen. There's only 2 autistic-led charities in Scotland, the AAA's and the Scottish Women's Autism Network, and Autistic Pride Aberdeen is done in association with both of them. So we come together to put on the Pride together. And shortly after I got my diagnosis, 2 years ago, I decided, let's celebrate and have an Autistic Pride celebration. So within 2 months' notice, we did that. And it was great fun. So we decided that the following year, we were going to make it a little bit bigger. We had a big bubble in the park celebration, and we put on a display of autistic art in a local shopping centre, which was awesome and amazing. We had so many people coming and visiting that they didn't know anything about autism, who left rather well informed by the end of it, as much as you can be. And that's kind of where we're at. We're very sad that we can't go out this year and blow more bubbles in the park and have a picnic, but looking forward to this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do you want to do an introduction?
Oh, God.
Everybody knows who you are.
Well, I'm just a grumpy person. I'm sorry, I apologise. I've been so poorly recently. I've just had really bad asthma, and about today is the first day I can breathe properly for about 2 weeks. So I don't know what's going on, and it's frustrating because the nature of those kind of conditions is that they just, I don't know. It's just been a huge shock. So I can only apologise for not being more active on the forum. And
you don't need to apologise for that. That's not your fault at all, and your health is really important.
I know. I just thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe I'm just acknowledging the difficulty of sort of being ill and wanting to do things, and actually just not being physically able to tell people that you're ill is quite, it's just a lot to process, I think, at the minute. And it's fine. It's just, a learning curve, I think. So, for example, for our slot, I'm going to interview 2 people and record it, and then just play that on the day, so that if I am ill again, which is potential, I don't know, because I don't really know what's going on, it can just happen. And then I can, sort of hopefully sit in the background as much as possible and just let things happen. But I did want to acknowledge that I've been poorly, because it does affect other people, which is frustrating.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's just part of what everyone's going through right now as well, isn't it? It's so many people are having that, where one person is poorly and everybody has to look after. We've had that a couple of times up here in my family recently. It is what it is.
It is. It's just, we have very stressful teenagers as well. Really frustrated, finds it difficult. What can you do? But I'm quite pleased. I think we've done really, really well, actually, because I was a bit worried because Hen started to look for Autscape volunteers roughly about the same time as we were doing our Autistic Pride things. But I think we've been really amazing. The people have been amazing because they've all volunteered to do a slot. So our day is full. And I actually think that's really cool. And I think maybe it's an idea to just keep it as it is for now, because we've got a full day of stuff from about 9 till 9, which is a fantastic achievement. I know we wanted it to sort of, we wanted people to go overnight and stuff, but I think it might be an idea just to keep it as it is for now, just because then it's a known quantity and we can deal with what it is. Is that all right for people? I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Sorry, Joseph, you were going to say something.
Well, I think Jess Banton in the middle of the day didn't want to speak for a whole hour, so that slot is potentially has like has a free.
Okay.
Most of that's free.
What I could do, what I was thinking of doing is, because what we haven't done and what I tend to do in our prides is they are, you know, we do have lots of kids at ours, and I thought we could maybe invite some kids who parents were okay with them sharing their diagnosis to sort of just do like a little sentence or something saying, this is why I'm proud of being autistic or something, because I think, you know, I want it to represent everybody.
So it's kind of like the awesomeness of autism thing that we do up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? I mean, because whatever you do, someone's going to think, well, either it's too child-centric or it's too adult-centric. You've got to try and meet everyone's needs. And so if there was a spare slot, that would be, maybe I'll put that up, because there's a big, there's lots of, not as breakfast, wheeze free as I thought. There's a big community around here in Reading of people who do have autistic kids, and it's my constant sort of life's work to try and say, don't drop out your children like this. Don't do that. And they do listen, don't they? And they come to our groups and they come away kind of informed. And I'm sometimes very autistic at them, and I sometimes have I don't have a meltdown, but I have a shutdown. And they're like, why can't you talk? And I'm like, you know. And so because I'm trying to work on people, and I think if we can get, you know, if we can encourage, if their children can lead them, that's always my idea. If you encourage, you know, I'm sure, you know, you're the same, Mary, you know, if you encourage the kids to lead the parents will listen. And
Yeah.
So maybe we could ask Jess to reduce the talk to 15 minutes and then leave the other 45 to kids. And I suppose the Pablo clip could also go in that slot as well.
That would seem appropriate then, wouldn't it?
That would be nice, actually. Yeah, you did well with the Pablo. I'm sorry about being a bit ambiguous about the Pablo, Joseph. It was just because it wasn't autistic led, but you know, yeah, it was a good idea. So yeah, and I felt really bad because you asked for my opinion. I gave it to you really unfiltered. And I'm really sorry because I thought, oh shit, what he wanted to know was did I think this was appropriate, not what I actually thought about it. And that's two very different things.
I think I sound a lot more harsh and blunt online than I actually mean to. So
most of the autistic people I know are very, very unfiltered at the moment. And I have to admit, I'm really loving that. You know, whenever I ask my kid what he thinks of something and he properly tells me, that's great. I know where I'm at. It's fine. I don't like having to read between the lines and things anyway. So, yeah. But most of the folk I know are exactly the same right now.
Might be worth reminding you all that this is going out on YouTube Live.
I don't mind that. I've not said anything.
I don't think anybody outside the group is likely to see it, but just worth bearing in mind.
Yeah, good point.
I forgot that too.
I'm really trying hard not to swear now.
Joan's back.
Hello, Joan.
Phone.
I'm using my phone, which is not so great, but my phone seems to be the only thing accepting Zoom today.
Okay, fair enough. Right, I was hoping you'd rejoin because I'm looking for somebody who likes to talk.
Let me see if there's anybody here who likes to talk in my isolation. The trees, the cuckoo, the cat. No, it'll have to be me.
So what I'm going to do for the next section, we've done an introduction and just general talking. I want to switch to a single speaker, and I'm going to be very cruel and mute everybody else, including myself. So are you up for that, Joan?
I might sing a song. It would be hard to just ramble talking, so I'll sing.
It's either, I mean, should you talk on any subject you want. If not, I'll get Marion to talk about, was it Good Omens or something?
Yeah, I've got Good Omens sat right next to me.
Oh,
Rachel.
That'd be nice because I don't know it yet. Somebody could talk about Vikings. There's a Viking in the picture. Oh, and an owl.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's. So, are you happy to talk, Joan?
I don't mind or sing or something. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to mute everyone, including myself, and you don't have to talk for very long, but just let me know when you're finished, and I will.
You raise your thumb when you've had enough.
Okay.
You do that when you've had enough.
All right.
It mightn't take long.
Right. Just muting everybody now, including myself.
Oh, I'm live. Okay. I'm going to talk about Autism. So, because last week in Autistic Paddies, we had an Autism, kind of a song contest, and we chose different countries to represent. And within 10 days from it being an idea, I just throw these things out there and see what happens. We had this amazing song contest with about 4 original songs, and everybody else singing stuff in different languages and representing different countries. So I shall start off with my song, only I don't have the words to hand because I wasn't expecting this and I mightn't remember it. But anyway, don't wanna stay at home, don't wanna be, no I don't, I've got it wrong. I wanna stay at home, I wanna be on my own, don't wanna go on the phone, talk to nobody. Tired of all the asks of doing all the tasks, don't wanna wear no masks, they are so shoddy. Don't wanna ask your pardon, just to be in my garden, I'll be crafting and arting, enjoying my space. Spending time online, losing track of the time, drinking tea and wine. I like this pace. Oh, Corona, bring some blessings, time at home and time to be. All that is important is becoming plain to see. Running my 2K any time of day, no one gets in the way, living where I'm living. Out on my bike, what's not to like? Flowers purple and white, just keep on giving. Oh, Corona, bring some blessings, time at home and time to be. All that is important is becoming clear to see. Won't wanna stay at home, no longer be alone. Talk to buds on the phone, while meet my buddies. Won't wanna stay at home, won't wanna be on my own. Talk on the phone to all my buddies. The end. Anyway, we've lots of the good songs and stuff like that, and other songs. And I'm wondering about having an international Autism, seeing as we were only pretending to be international. But all the other songs were much better than that. But anyway, do I have to keep talking? Are we done? Tell you about Autistic Paddies. Do I have to keep talking? I do. There are 350 of us. A lot of people are pretty active on the phone. And we're just a chat group on Facebook. But until now, we had real live meetups. And I was trying to organize alternative online meetups since we all have been isolated at home. And I think we were just all too dead and miserable to do very much. So in the beginning, everything flopped. So I expected Autism to flop too, but it didn't. And now we're suddenly rising from the ashes of being shell-shocked with our new routines or lack of routines and beginning to connect a little bit more. And when I say we, that's about 20 out of 350. So I'm a little worried about 330, but we're still keeping in touch online, and it's supposed to be a good thing for us. With this new Facebook chat thing, we had that last night, and that was kind of fun. Only 8 of us can go onto it, so we need to open up more rooms the next time. And the reason Autistic Paddies exists is because of Autscape and of meeting other autistic people there who suggested it would be a good idea to have a group in Ireland. And so we started off with 7, and now we're at 350. And it's not a numbers game, but I'd like to get to 500 by the end of the year. But also we're hoping to have real live meetups again. I live in a rural area, so there aren't so many people near me. So it's got me through this isolation, having my online community of Autistic, which is kind of nice. Do I have to keep talking?
Yes. I think plenty there. Thank you, Joan.
I think so.
Now, I've muted other people, but it looks like I have to ask them to unmute. So, ask to unmute. Oh no, I can't. Oh, that's interesting. I could unmute Joseph. Right. Okay, so you're all back in action now. I could see the- I don't know where that was coming from. So Joan, so the phone thing worked it worked quite well. It sounded a bit buzzy to me.
Okay,
Is it a mobile phone or a landline?
mobile.
Okay. So we might have to just be a bit careful of that. It's difficult to hear the words sometimes.
Cool. I'm going to put it on a table because I was holding it in my hands. Let's see if this is any better. How's that now?
It's still quite buzzy.
Okay, okay.
I have to say you've got an excellent singing voice.
All right.
I can hear what she said,
Otherwise,
but
this is just me making notes, just things to be aware of.
Uh-huh.
We might have to fall back to phone, but we might suggest people use landlines if they can.
I need to get somebody else then to be in during the Irish link because I don't have a landline.
Okay, yeah. Well, she was in video earlier on, but it kept cutting out.
Oh, I see, of course.
And that never happened before, so I don't know what went on with the video there. As we move on, I'll try it again.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Joan, one thing I'm doing is I'm going to record my stuff and just play it live. That might be an idea. So we definitely want you there.
Mhm. I'm pretty much planning on doing the same because I don't trust myself to be totally appropriate for an hour. So I think it's probably just better for everybody.
the Zoom account, like how many people can what's the maximum number of people that can stay on here, and does it, I suppose we have to wait until 45 minutes to see if it automatically cuts out like it likes to do.
At least 100. If not, it could be 250 with the upgrade, but it's more than enough. Because we have speakers on the conference itself, everybody else will be watching on YouTube.
Okay, that's good.
However, I'm not sure if we have lots of people videoing in at the same time, I think it might be a load on our on the host's internet connection. It seems to be bearing up this end. I mean, we've got fairly good internet. My laptop's on Wi-Fi, but we've got fairly good Wi-Fi as well. So probably on the day, I might see if I can connect straight to the. I don't need to do that.
You do?
My laptop doesn't have a LAN connection.
Okay. Well, if mine
Shame we can't try like a meeting with like dozens of people before the dates, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I probably need to do another run with the speakers for the day and try and get more people in. I mean, this has been quite successful so far, and I've got quite a few notes on what we've done so far. I'm going to try the next experiment, which is to share a screen. If actually, I can. Is anybody else able to do that? I can do that.
Yeah, I've got the share screen thing here as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I could on my laptop. I can't see it here.
No, of course. Yeah, Joan, you won't be able to see it. I'll obviously not share anything either. But Marion, have you got anything you're happy to share?
I could have a look to see if I can find something I'm happy to share. Yeah, give me a minute and I can do that. Hang on.
No, I will quite happily share what I've got.
Okay. No, I found something that's quite lovely and it's related to Autistic Pride. So let's see.
Marion's mic is by far the best from where I'm listening.
It is a gamer mic because we've done, my family and I are video gamers quite a lot. So
Excellent.
yeah, I think so. Right. Let's see. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
have I?
ran into that too.
Okay, let me see if I can do something about that. Yeah, how do I? Sorry, bear with me. Share screen, all panelists. There we go. You can start sharing when someone else is sharing. I'll leave that on only host, but yes, you should be able to share now.
Okay, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So this is a painting that was part of our art exhibit last year, and it was by a young man who's called Brandon. He was 8. His grandmother got some flowers, and he was really worried about what was going to happen whenever they died. So he decided he was going to paint them so he could have them forever.
Wow.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's even more stunning in real life. Very talented young man.
Lily, is it lilies?
Sunflowers.
Oh, sunflowers.
Yeah, I think there were orchids. I'm not entirely sure. Is it? No, lilies. Sorry. Yeah, but they're stunningly. It was a really, really big painting, really beautiful. Very, very happy that we were able to have that as part. But it was also in their local newspaper article about the event, so I'm sure that they'd be happy for us to have it up on YouTube today.
Joan, by the way, you seem to be in twice.
Sorry?
Yes, I'm in now
Yes, I'm in now
on my tablet.
on my
Sound.
tablet, but I'm afraid of the sound.
Hold on, I'll have that on the phone.
Hold on, I have out on the phone now.
How's that? Can you hear me? Can I hear you?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And can I hear you? No.
Can you?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
You can't hear us. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
no sound on my laptop still.
It does actually show me when people's internet connection isn't so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, no,
Sorry, I'm not getting any sound
on the
the
tablets. So I'll hop
out of there again.
Would it be an idea to get everybody to like pre-record and we just run pre-recorded stuff throughout the day to avoid this sort of stuff? I mean, that's like an extra demand, and and probably too soon.
Well, I think we should give people that option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is just I don't know. Obviously, I'm just kind of thinking, goodness,
and need to figure out how. I guess if somebody sends me the video, I can share it.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. But
yeah.
It would be nice if it was more interactive.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But can actually post in the YouTube channel and ask questions.
Nice.
I was going to try, but we don't really have anyone to ask questions. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll ask a question.
Hi. If we were doing a video, I was thinking my colleague and I would be able to be available online to answer any questions or anything. So if anybody had any ideas, so even if we did have the pre-recorded thing, then we'd be online at that time. So if anybody had any questions that they wanted to ask, then they could type it up and then we could type back a reply as well. So we'd still want to be interactive if possible, but maybe not streaming live if that might not be as reliable.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was just suggesting because I genuinely don't know. I mean, I'm not a techie person.
What might be a good idea if we do a test conference with the participants with the internet connection they're going to use, and we can get an idea if there's anyone going to have connection problems, and if they do, then we can suggest they do a pre-recorded thing. I wouldn't want to rule out doing a live.
No, it's like
no.
Yeah, it's about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It depends what people are happy with, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to cut out options.
No.
Yeah. For Autisvision, we had both. We had recordings of everybody, and then on the nights they had the option of performing live, and they could decide at the moment which to do. Unfortunately, the sound didn't come through on Zoom, so if they didn't perform live, they were kind of lost as a competitor as such. But it was certainly an option. So that could be possible, and I'd hope to use it again. And then the downside is if I need to get somebody else, I think, to be the key techie person here in Ireland, because I'm rural and I'm hotspotting from my phone. That's the only connection I have. So I might need to ask somebody else to take over on the techie bits, because there'll be loads of people feeding in, because ours is mostly performance based.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So zoned out a bit there. How do you share pre-recorded stuff onto here?
One person has it, and then they do the share screen bit and play the video.
Oh, I see. Okay, can I experiment with that?
Yeah, if you want, did you want to try sharing something now?
Yeah, give that a go. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Pull up any video. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I need to look at what when you say share screen. So there's an advanced part. Share a second camera.
Oh, that's good.
Or you can share something from a cloud drive.
Oh, whilst Joseph's just working out how to do that, you know, we've obviously discussed Autistic Pride Reading. Up online? No, because obviously we'll share and share, but we can always, you know, just pay for Facebook. You get quite good reach out of those keywords and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're happy with that, I'll put it on.
The only thing is I can't send out the link, the YouTube link.
Okay.
We can do the Zoom link, can't we? Can we do that? We can send out. No, we can send out the YouTube. Does it create the YouTube link, or does it go to a channel on YouTube? Oh, we're watching it. I don't know.
It goes to a channel, and at the moment it's going to my channel.
Okay, so we can set up a YouTube channel, and we can share that channel as a link, saying this is where it's going to be.
Yeah.
In the advert. Ooh.
Right. Okay. I can see that, Joseph, but it's not playing at the moment.
Okay, it's because I paused it. No, it's doing that weird. All right, that works then. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's gone full screen as well.
That's good.
No. Now. I'll get rid of it now. Stop share. Oh, that's normal. Right. Cool.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to say, to try, or anything? I see we've got a Zoom web. So the Zoom webinar chat, people can post questions in there. Oh, we've done Zooms and it hasn't died out.
I'm just wondering, the one mic that I can hear the best is Marion's. Everybody else is quite blurry. Would it be possible at all for people who are submitting videos to maybe send them to Marion? I'm putting Marion on the spot, so she can play them, so we can be guaranteed better sound quality.
It's only because I'm using a headset and a microphone. That's why you've got the better quality.
I have two though, but it wouldn't accept it of the Bose.
Oh, am I a bit quiet then?
Are you being?
Sorry, am I a bit too quiet for you?
It's more the blurriness of the sound, and then when Rachel talks, I think she's too far from the microphone, so I can't really make it out at all. But maybe that's just me. Maybe everybody else can hear clearly.
No, it's the same. I think the only reason that you can hear me so clearly is because the microphone is right next to my mouth, and so it's not picking up any other sounds, I don't think, which is good because my family are downstairs making a right old racket. But you guys, I'm guessing you can't hear them playing, so that's fine.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I can, but because the mic is right next to me and it's just faced towards my mouth, then that's why other people. So that's why the sound quality is good coming from me. It's just because of the mic, not because of any other piece of tech that I've got. So when anybody's recording any video, or if they're live streaming, if they were able to use a headset like this, it would probably mean better sound quality as well.
Yeah.
But it's got to be a decent headset, because if it's an old battered one, then it's not going to work as
It'll
well.
be worse.
No, we're using Zoom quite a lot for my work and for various meetings that we're having with funders for the charity and things. And yeah, when people have got a decent headset, we're sorted. If they don't, it's really hard to hear them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why it's sounding good coming from me, just because of this. It's not because of any software or anything that I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a good headset, but unfortunately the Bluetooth on my laptop's broken. So it won't work.
So I've gone old school.
I should just invest in a decent headset for the day.
I don't have any headsets at all, so I have to speak up.
Yours seems fine though, Joseph.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so the little mics that are built into laptops are varying quality. I don't know how good this one is because I can't hear the other.
You sounded fine downstairs when I was signing in downstairs. To be honest, you sounded quite clear. I couldn't join in, so I got grumpy and came upstairs.
Is there anything else people want to say? I think.
Sorry.
This has been.
Yeah. Quite lovely to see Joan, because I've seen everybody else before, but I've not seen Joan. That's really thrilled.
I haven't seen anybody. Joseph is the only person I know here. But I've heard the other people's names, but haven't met you before.
And it's nice to actually meet you all.
Isn't it?
It's so nice to be able to put faces to people, because again, Rachel, you're the only person I've spoken to on screen. I haven't met any of you guys. But because I'm so far away, the chances of me getting to Autiscape with a small family, maybe in 10 years.
I'd love to do Autiscape, but again, it's just the needs of our particular family are quite, yeah,
they are what they are, right? Yeah, we haven't been out of Scotland in the last 8 years. I can't see that happening at any point soon. And not just because of Corona.
Yeah. Just to say, I have a house that has 4 bedrooms and could have 5 in the west of Ireland, 20 minutes from Shannon Airport. And assuming I have spoons and enough energy, people are very welcome to come here and just be their own selves if they can negotiate with me in advance what might be needed. Because I do feel I have a house that's perfect for people who are on holidays, except it's very rural, which can be good and can be bad depending on your needs. So just to throw that out there. But,
really kind, Joan.
But you know, it can be nice. I mean, again, because I don't see people in real life so much, it can be. I had a few Autistic Pride gatherings here as well. The last one was Halloween, and you know, it's intense, it's exhausting, but it's like a mini Autiscape. It's great. And my house is big enough that there's room for people to get away. But it is the west of Ireland, so you can't depend on the weather. So you need raincoats and warm jumpers. Bring an extra warm jumper than you think you need. Just on the microphone bit. Sorry,
Get north of Scotland, trust me, we are well prepared for weather up here.
Yeah, come to us for a break. For some
had snow last week.
Wow, gosh. I was talking to Dinah and she said it was forecast and I never found out that it happened.
Oh wow. we did get snow. Yeah, and then blazing sunshine next week. So Scotland.
I think we had a hailstorm a few days ago, but I think I was asleep through it, so and then it was sunny again, so
yeah. And this blue sky behind me is a pure Corona sky. We don't normally get these.
So, Rachel, you're so funny.
I wanted to ask about microphones because Autistic Parties looks like we're going to be online a lot. I mean, everybody is for the foreseeable. And I would invest if there was a microphone that didn't cost very much, so that at least one of us would be able to talk
Is
clearly to
Autistic
people.
Paddy's a charity?
No, we will be someday, I hope. We're just a Facebook group, but we're the biggest group for autistic adults in Ireland, so we should become a charity, but I just haven't been able to organise it.
No, it's just there's quite a lot of funders out there who you can send them a letter and explain what's going on, and then they can send you some funding. That we'd be able to do that, because I work for one charity and I volunteer for another sometimes whenever our members need something. We can put in an application. So if you were to become a charity, that might make it a little bit more simple.
Oh, I've had the forms for ages. I just haven't done it. And then there's a bit of a turf war in Ireland, so I wasn't sure if I should or not. But I think the time is right now, because our group isn't going anywhere and people are happy with it. And, maybe there'll be other charities too. We don't have to be the only one. But so it's time to do it. But I just haven't got my head around it yet. And
I can tell you, help unlock a lot of funding. Becoming a charity, it's helped us a lot.
Again, I didn't hear that.
Sorry, I can tell you that it's helped us a lot becoming a charity. It's helped unlock a lot of funding.
Yes. Yeah, no, I need to do that. All right. And again, I'm saying because lots of people in the group have to do lots of things, but I'm still the main initiator. And so unless I have the energy to see something right through, I don't necessarily do it. Some of the arty stuff has been taken over by other people, and it's wonderful. They just get on with it, and I just enjoy it. But to actually be organised enough, and especially with all the politics in Ireland, because the most active people are active in other groups as well. And some of them, do you know the way there was a sort of very angry autism activism online? And when I set up the Autistic Parties, a lot of people joined, hoping we would be the way that would blast out into Ireland. And that didn't happen. We were more gentle, because a lot of people didn't even, the whole with autism, I'm autistic debate hadn't even crossed their radar. So we're more of a gentle group for getting people together. And so some of the more political people left our group in high dudgeon and set up their own. So with all that stuff going on, and for that reason, I didn't set up a charity, and then the most active people in the group would be linked with everybody else too. And so I'm just not sure how committed they would be to putting our group forward as a charity. It would be putting them in a position they mightn't necessarily want to do, because other people then wouldn't talk to them. So there's all that, it's early stage autistic gatherings, activism in Ireland. We just have to see how it pans out. Yeah. So anyway, for that reason, I haven't set it up as a charity yet.
You have to meet people where they're at, though, don't you? I mean, if you're meeting somebody and then sort of blasting them for the language that they're using whenever they genuinely don't know any better, you're not actually helping them, are you? It's really
that's what I feel.
Yeah.
So I feel it's a learning curve, and we even. I think so. And then we have two groups. We have a social chat group, which is our main group that's active, and then we have the political group behind that. And I just don't have the energy for both, so I haven't focused on the political group, and I hope somebody else would take it up. And nobody has really. So I feel our social function has ended up being our main function now, and it's of great value. But it just means becoming a charity hasn't happened yet. But anyway, it will. Yeah.
Listen, for entirely selfish reasons, I'm going to finish this call. Sonia for lunch.
I can smell lunch downstairs that my family are eating, so I need to go.
I'm just breakfast.
Oh, lucky you will. I have to go marking copies, so I want the call to go on forever, so I don't have to go back marking. Well, online copies, but anyway. Lovely to talk to you all. Lovely to meet you all.
This has been
likewise, Sean.
Nice to meet you all too.
Worked well, and I've got some notes to follow up on. Thank you very much.
Thank you for organising, Ian. This has been really useful.
Yes.
It's taken me so long to get around to doing this.
Not at all. Not at all.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
See you now.